Hello, welcome dear students. In previous video we have started lesson number 14, elements, compounds and mixtures. There you have studied about elements and compounds. Now today let's study about mixtures. Mixture. A mixture is formed by mixing different elements or compounds. When different substances are mixed together, then mixtures are formed. The proportion of various components in a mixture is not fixed. No chemical change takes place during the formation of mixtures and no new substance is formed. The everyday life examples of mixtures are milk, cement, air, etc. Adulterated foodstuff is also a kind of mixture, but it is a harmful mixture. When an unwanted and harmful substance is mixed with another substance, the resulting mixture no longer remains useful. In such cases, we separate the unwanted ingredients from the mixture. For this purpose, simple and easy methods such as straining, filtering, sifting, picking, sorting, winnowing, combing with a magnet and sublimation are used. Method of distillation. Take some salt water in a round bottom flask. Arrange the apparatus as shown in the picture. Start heating the liquid in the flask placed on the wire gauze. Observe the conical flask. Slowly, droplets of water start falling into it. Where did these drops come from? The salt water in the round bottom flask boils on heating. The water in it vaporizes, means evaporates. When the vapor passes through the inclined tube, it gets cooled due to the surrounding cold water and condenses to form water. You can see this in the picture. Thus, the drops falling into the conical flask are of the water from the salt solution in the round bottom flask. Salt remains behind at the bottom of the round bottom flask when all the water has collected in the conical flask. This method is called distillation. Distillation is also used for purification of impure liquids. Now we will discuss some use your brain power questions. First, is the water that falls from clouds naturally pure? Yes. The water falls from clouds is naturally pure. Next, which properties of a liquid are seen in the distillation method? Evaporation and condensation. Next, for what purposes is distilled water used? Distilled water is used in laboratory, pharmaceutical industries, healthcare needs, etc. Method of separation using separating funnel. When a mixture of two immiscible means which will not mix into each other. Immiscible liquids is left undisturbed, two layers are clearly seen to have formed. The heavier of the liquids remains below and the lighter liquid floats on it. Two liquids in a mixture can be separated by making use of this property. Now we will see the procedure. Pour a mixture of kerosene and water into a separating funnel with its stopcock closed. Close the stopper. Fix the separating funnel firmly on a stand. Leave the mixture in the funnel undisturbed for a while. Water will remain below and kerosene will float on it. Now, without shaking the funnel, remove the stopper, open the stopcock to collect the water at the bottom of the funnel in a beaker. Close the stopcock when all the water is collected in the beaker. Now, kerosene and water are separated. Method of centrifugation. Turbid water, ink, milk, buttermilk, blood are mixtures of liquids and insoluble solids. When turbid water is kept undisturbed for a while, especially during rainy season, we get turbid water. And such water, if you keep undisturbed for a while, the soil particles in it slowly settle to the bottom. The particles of milk or ink, however, do not settle even on being left undisturbed. This is because the particles of the solids in each mixtures, being very fine and light, remain evenly distributed in the liquid. These particles cannot be separated from the liquid even by methods like filtration or settling. Then how will you separate such solid particles from the liquid? In the laboratory, a centrifuge machine is used to separate solids from a mixture of a liquid and solid. It consists of a disc which rotates like a fan at great speed. There is a provision to attach test tubes at the rim of this disc. When the tubes attached to the disc rotate at high speed, a force is generated which pushes the particles away from the center. As a result, the solid particles in the mixture in the test tubes collect at the bottom of the tubes and are thereby separated from the liquid. Method of chromatography. If two or more substances are dissolved in small proportions in the same solution, these substances are separated from each other by means of chromatography. This method is used in pharmaceutical science, factories, and scientific laboratories for detecting new ingredients and for identifying and separating components of a mixture. Now let's see the procedure. Take some water in a beaker. Take a rectangular piece of a filter paper. Put one spot of blue ink on it about 2 cm away from one edge. Keep this paper upright in the water in the beaker. Place a lid on the beaker. After some time, the spot of the ink is seen to have risen and collected at a particular height on the filter paper. You can see in the picture. If there are 2 or more constituents of different colors in the ink, they will be seen to have risen to different heights due to their different colors and thus appear distinct from each other. This experiment can be done using a chalk stick instead of the filter paper. In this method of separation called chromatography, 2 properties of substances are used. These are the solubility of the substance in the solvent that moves up and the ability of the substance to stick to the stationary filter paper. These properties are mutually opposite and are different for different substances. As a result, all the components of the mixture do not rise all the way to the upper end of the filter paper but remain behind at different heights. I hope you understood the topic. So for better understanding, read the topic once again and do the given homework.